Next, we have the entry of exhibits, and we'll distribute it. We've distributed some. And Mr. Day, do we have other exhibits?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As well, we've distributed an exhibit packet to the parties in this case. There are a list of 6 exhibits that we're going to enter into the record for purposes of keeping the record in this case. Exhibit 1 is the petition that was filed on August 8th, 2022. Exhibit 2 is the objection filed August 15th, 22. Exhibit 3 is the notice of the objection to Chairman Coos. Exhibit 4 is receipt of service by Chairman Coos. Exhibit 5 is notice of objection to the respondent, and Exhibit 6 is the notice of this hearing.
Thank you. Any objections on that? Thank you. To the 2 parties, the respondents, are there any objections? Thank you. Unless there's an objection by a board member under Section 5 of the Rules of Procedure, I'm assigning this matter to a case management conference with the Corporation Counsel to be held on Tuesday, the 23rd of August, 2022 by telephone conference. And Mr. Day will schedule with you. He's quite free that day, so you'll be able to schedule that telephone conference. The Corporation Counsel will initiate the phone call, and we'll call the number on each party's appearance form. Unless there's an objection by a board member, I am scheduling a records check under Section 16 of the Rules of Procedure for Friday, the 26th of August, 2022. The clerk and the Corporation Counsel will be present. The Corporation Counsel is designated to oversee the records check, and the clerk shall make determinations under Section 16. The majority of the quorum of the electrical board will not be present. The time and place of the records check will be determined at the case management call. If after the case management call the parties agree that a records check is not necessary, then the Corporation Counsel may cancel the records check. Any written briefs or motions must be filed and served on or before Friday the 26th of August, 2022. Service must be set forth under the Rules of Procedure. You have all those documents in front of you. A hearing for the determination of the matter is scheduled for Monday, August 29th, 2022 at 3:30 p.m. in this room. All parties should be prepared for final argument at that time. Does any party have any other preliminary matters to bring to this board? Okay. This hearing is then recessed until Monday, August 29th, 2022 at 3 p.m. unless convened sooner at the call of the chair. We now move to public comment. I'll just make a few comments on that. Public comment, the same rules apply. As you, the council, you'll have 3 minutes to make your comments. Comments must be germane to the electoral board. Comments concerning the merits of the referendum are not germane to the electoral board. Public comment will not be considered as evidence or be included in the record of the objection hearing. So, our first commenter is Pastor Rochelle Patterson. We would ask that you state your name for the record before you start your comments. Come right up here. Probably the center chair would be the best.
Hello, I'm Pastor Rochelle Patterson of God's Decision Outreach Ministry. I'm here today. I heard about what was going on with the dividing and of the different areas, and I wanted to make sure that I had a voice in it some type of way if I was able to, because I'm knowing that unless you live in the town or live in a certain neighborhood, you would not really know how that neighborhood is. And I think that a personal impact one would have if we know the person that we're dealing with. I'm in a situation right now in the area that I live in. Had I had a one-on-one counsel at that particular time, then maybe I would have had someone fighting for us. You know, so I think that it would be good if we could have someone that we can actually go to help us out, you know, to not to divide it where someone is way over here and someone is way over here, because how can you tell me how I'm supposed to live if you've never lived there? You know, how can you know what's going on in a situation if you're not involved in that situation? You know, I live in the Normal area. I thank God for living there. I've been living there for about 22 years. I've done a lot in the community, and I've gotten awards and things from you, Miracles, because of our Operation Hug a Child program that we do here. But when I got into a bind, nobody was there to help me. Matter of fact, someone was able to tell me, one of the officers told me that wasn't their problem, you know, but it was, because it was a city issue, you know. And so I feel that if we had, quote unquote, one particular council that will handle that particular area, then that person would be aware of what we're looking at, of what we're going through, because they have, you know, been affected by it as well. You know, so I wear this hood because I'm in the hood. You know, I'm a person that can be relating, you can relate to me, they can come to me. I try to help the community. But when I need help, the community kind of turned their back. Call this person, call that person, and no one helped me. No one, and it's still right today. No one has helped, you know, but one person is on your council. I will not mention that person's name. I don't know if I'm supposed to do that or not, but I'm not. I remember that person, and I called that person. That person directed me where to go to try to get some help, you know. So I figure that if we have that constantly, consistently, then we can work better together, you know, not just because we're over here and we might have a little bit more money over on this side. But what I do like about this town that I have found out, that we can all work together. It doesn't matter the color of your skin, how much money you have, none of that matters. What matters is how you be a part of each other's lives, how you can be effective. And I feel that if you divide to a point that...
Pastor Patterson, I'm going to ask you to wrap it up. You've
Okay.
gone over time.
Oh, I have? Oh, I'm a preacher, so you didn't know? Hallelujah.
I did.
Okay,
Hallelujah.
All right, can I sign up again?
Our next speaker is Carl Sela.
I will see my time, she pretty much covered all my
I'm sorry?
I will see my time.
Thank you. Next speaker is Kathy Syracuse. And our last speaker is Alice Sheets.
My name is Alice Sheets, and I am a resident of Norman, Illinois. As Miss Angela knows, this is my very first time to get involved in anything like this, and I don't know any of the procedures, and I don't understand half of the legal language that you guys are saying. But at any rate, I got involved in this endeavor when I found out, got educated on how the city council is demographically not equally divided. So we do not know who to call. Just like the pastor said, I am one of the volunteers, the many volunteers that went door to door, neighbor to neighbor, subdivision to subdivision, events to events, parks to parks, trying to get the signature for a worthy, what we feel is a worthy endeavor. The referendum is not political. As you can see on some of the signatures that we have obtained, they were Democrats and Republicans. This is all about the citizens of Normal, that they can go to someone who can be accountable also, who can have that responsibility and the accountability for the people of Normal. Just like the pastor said, I don't know who to go to. And as I was getting signatures from people, I found out that they didn't know anything about how this one works, how Normal works. They didn't know the demographics of the council people. I am also in the minority. I am Asian American. I'm a Filipino American, to be precise. And I would like to have representation for the things that matter to me. And I would like to go to someone particularly. This referendum, according to the people that signed it, is very important, is very important. That's why I pray that at the end of the day, the electoral, the judge, whoever will decide on this, will side on the people of Normal to have that referendum put in the ballot for the November election. This is what the people of Normal want, and this is what they deserve. Thank you.